Are you ready for this? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Hectic.
Are you ready for this? Let's do it.
Molweni Emakaya. Oh yes, we are back with another segment of hashtag Afro99 right here on Hectic 99. And you're probably wondering who I am. It's your girl Anati G. You already know the G stands for Ghost or my Ghost. Komani, keeping you company all the way till 5 p.m. But I say you know most of the segment Afro99. It's where we journey across the African continent, connecting with our African brothers and sisters. And of course, in doing so, we bridge the gap between borders and cultures. It's going to be an exciting episode. You don't want to miss it. We're taking a virtual journey to Tanzania. But you know what is so exciting? I'm not riding alone. Oh no, I got my boy.
You know, girl, what is up, Mzansi? Welcome to it. It's your boy, Dante Pool. And you know, we've got you locked in until 5 o'clock today. Like my girl said, we are exploring the beautiful country of Tanzania. It's going to be a good one today. But remember, if you missed out on Hectic 99 in the week, the Omnibus has got you covered from 8:30 all the way until 10 o'clock right here on SABC 2. With that being said, grab your passports, grab the luggage, girl, get everything. It's time for us to jet set. Here's what's coming up on the show.
Coming up on Hectic 99, Tanzania and fashion, Hectic DIY, trending HN9, then Grateful brings the vibes on stage. All that and more on Hectic 99.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a jam.
I'm Sazthandi videos in Bandas. It's so energetic.
Oh, yeah.
If you imagine one of them being our guest presenters, we can't wait, besties. But of course, Nivilamos, we're taking a virtual journey to Tanzania, a beautiful country known for its colors, its patterns, its people, you know, beautiful landscapes,
Absolutely.
beautiful wildlife, but also Abantu that have culture, that have heritage, that really do love their home. And we're getting into that conversation in depth. Also, Tanzania has a huge fashion scene. Absolutely. But I mean, I feel like that's no different for the African continent in general. Says the fashionista kule continent esibiza Africa.
Absolutely, and we're talking about two of my favorite things now that I love. We're talking about music and fashion together. So let's meet our fabulous guest today. First up, we are joined by the gorgeous Ifeoma, who is a lovely fashion designer here on our couch. I mean, just look at how gorgeous she looks. It's not hard to see.
Stunning.
And then lastly, we are joined by our musician of the day, music superstar, hip-hop, he does it all, Mr. Grateful in the building. Welcome, guys. Are you excited to be here?
Yes!
Oh, yes, we can see it, we can see it. So let's dive right into it. So Ifeoma, I want to start with you as a fashion designer. Yeah. You, of course, express yourself and this beautiful continent that we call home through your fabrics. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, African fashion and Tanzania as well. How would you represent, or say, rather, Tanzania's fashion really appeals to everybody? How do people see the fashion over there?
Okay, my name is Ifeoma Mukoye. I'm a fashion designer that works with a range huge of fabrics. So I design fabrics for both ladies and men. Yeah, so talking about the Tanzanian fabric, Tanzania has a beautiful fabrics. Yeah. And their fashion sense is something that I cannot explain. It's so beautiful. They work with, their fashion sense really talks more about their culture. And they love like loose outfits. They love loose outfits, and they work with like they wear outfits according to their culture. Yeah. So they represent culture. When you talk of Tanzania, you talk about culture. Yes. So they work mostly with most of the West African country.
And they say that there's a great balance when it comes to fashion in terms of traditional elements as well as the modern contemporary as well.
I'm telling you, the balance is something else. The balance is way uncomprehendable. So it's very, very awesome.
Love that.
That's so beautiful to hear. Now let's jump right to our real cool artist, Grateful. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Now let's get into your music. Some of our viewers at home may not know who you are or what you're about. Could you shine a bit of light? Could you tell them what it is that you do? I mean, we know you're a musician, but you talk more about your music and what exactly inspires your art.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for having me here. It's great to be here, Hectic 99. What's up, everybody? So yeah, definitely, you know, in terms of inspiration, I think the best place to kind of draw it from is from the recent single, which is Forever, featuring Leo De Leo, produced by 031 Chopper. I think where I mainly draw inspiration from is a place of somewhere deep inside of myself.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely trying to hit that sweet spot every time and convey a positive message. So, you know, with love, it's basically behind the message is love. You're speaking about love. How love is timeless. Basically, love is something which is pure, it's our purpose, and if we can achieve that, it's something which can last forever. So essentially, you know, when we got into studio, it was something of a sort of, it was a spur of the moment, you know. Leo started saying it on the mic, he started going, yo, forever, forever. I was like, okay, this is actually something here, because the full saying of grateful is forever grateful.
Love that.
So essentially, you know, just being able to achieve something where it's spreading a positive message, not only towards something that I'm trying to achieve with myself, but, you know, anybody else that's experiencing a similar situation.
And there's positivity in your name, the name that you go by. People look at that and automatically feel inspired, you know? And it's just great to see how music and fashion really goes hand in hand, and how with both platforms you can have the opportunity to represent yourself authentically through clothing, through music. But since we are continuing the topic of fashion, Ifeoma, I would really like to hear from you, because you are from Nigeria, right?
Yes,
Gorgeous. You can tell, young, with a fashion sense.
Indeed.
So if we can talk a little bit, because we spoke about Tanzania, but let's talk about the East and the West when it comes to fashion. How are they different? How are they the same?
Okay, when it talks about the fashion is broad anyway. So, and each continent has their own fashion sense. So when you look at the Eastern culture, the Eastern fashion and that of the Western fashion is slightly different.
Yeah.
The Western is more details.
Okay.
They have more colors. They play with, their designs are more details to compare to the East Africa. The East Africa, talking about the Tanzanians I'm talking about. So they love loose outfits.
Okay.
They love loose outfits. They love colors that are not so bright. But the Western Africans love bright colors. Like you can see what I'm wearing.
We see you.
Yeah, so that is it. So it's a true representative of the Western and the Eastern culture.
Love that.
Oh, wow. And you know what? It's so nice to learn. And on the show, we learn every single day. So it's nice to hear, you know, the difference and the similarities between the East and the West. Of course, one does a Sunday Kalale conversation, but we are not going anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Are you ready for this? Let's
False. But we did say that we are going to get into a little head wrap competition right now to see who can, of course, make it and make it look beautiful while doing it as well. And right now, Anati has got us covered with that. Let's get into it.
Listen, I am ready to beat Dante at this head wrap competition. But first, let's get right into it, besties. Nyayazimos, head wrap or iduku or ipriya is something that's in Africa. It's not specific to one region. It's very just common across the continent. And of course, some people wear it for religious reasons, some people wear it for traditional reasons, and some people wear it for practical reasons. Because also it can signify multiple things. It can signify marital status or social standing, or abanye abantu bafuna nje uphola in the heated weather, you know, or to protect your hairstyle, right? And today, right here, we are going to get right into it. We still have, of course, our fashion designer, Ifeoma, who can also maybe get into depth about the material that you've brought to us today.
Absolutely.
But you're also going to demonstrate something for us,
I
right?
will do it.
I love that. I love that. So let's first start off with the patterns. If you can maybe explain the 3 different patterns we have over here. Let's maybe start with that one in the corner.
Okay, we can see this one is the dookie.
Okay.
So this is the hard dookie. They call it the African Queen dookie.
Okay, so it's a little bit harder.
A little bit harder.
Okay.
Yeah, it's slightly smaller in size.
Perfect.
And this one is as well also a dookie, the hard one. But in different colors as well.
Okay, this is a bit lighter.
This is a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
This is a little bit lighter. So it can also be used to complement our African fashion as well.
Love that. So there's 3 different fabrics that we have here today.
fabrics.
Now I also saw you brought a gorgeous model with. Hey model, looking beautiful. So Ifeoma, we're going to ask you, because we're going to be put to the test right now. It's a little challenge to see who will be able to wrap the fastest, but also to, of course, follow your instructions and your technique. But first, you're going to do a demo for us. So if you can please show us the proper way to do it by using your gorgeous model.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the smaller one to do this quick practice.
Okay.
So, are you ready for this?
Yes.
You ready? You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
And now, I'm going to ask you questions maybe while you're still demonstrating.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, a duk in, I know you're from Nigeria. When people wear duk in Nigeria, is it worn specifically by married women or is it worn by young children as well?
Originally, it's married women wear dukis, but in modern world now, both young, unmarried and unmarried people wear dukis. But mainly, when you are doing a traditional marriage, you must put on duki.
You must, okay.
Yeah, it modifies the culture.
Okay, so getting started at the back there. So you start at the back, no?
Yes, I'm starting from the back. So this is the center of the duki. So I'm placing this center right at the back.
Okay.
Nice one.
Like that, perfect.
Yes.
Getting a nice
And
look
typically,
here.
how fast would you be able to do this if you were given a time?
This particular pattern, I can do it in less than 3 minutes.
Less
Okay,
than a
okay.
minute.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right,
you
so from the
cross
back.
it, you see?
Is there a specific hairstyle that someone must have underneath a duk? Oganye, you can just wear
Anything.
it, whether you have cornrows, whether you have dreads, whether it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what
Even if you
you
have a chiscorp, you can go around.
just
Okay.
put it on. But if you don't have anything on your hair, if you don't have like a wig there, you can just put a little scarf so that you can stand properly.
Because I think you also want to show off the hairstyle while showing off
Yeah,
the
you see,
duki
we are
as
showing
well.
off the hairstyle
Wow.
while we are tying the duki as well. So you see, I'm putting a knot at the back.
And making
So
it tight.
to make it tight.
Ooh, the model's sitting pretty.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
So
There
I'm
we
gonna
go.
put it twice, just to
Twice?
make it. Yes.
And then this material is a little bit thicker. So is it harder or easier with this material, with this fabric?
It makes it to stand properly.
Okay.
It stand out when it's thicker.
Okay.
So, but when it's a lighter one, it doesn't really stand as much as this one. does.
Okay. So I think Ifeoma gave us a nice little demo now on how it looks. So Ifeoma, we're gonna actually do it right now. We need you to give us a nice little countdown from 3, and then we're gonna start. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 3,
Beautiful.
2, 1, 30 seconds, go. Okay, here we go.
I feel like you took the easiest
I'm just gonna
material.
use creativity. Creativity.
I know you can do it. I know you. Awesome.
Creativity. 30 seconds. 15 seconds.
I'm done.
Hold on. 15
done.
seconds. It's
Don't
only
ask me
seconds
to
left.
move my hand.
Wait. Okay, there we go. Stop the timer. We are done. We did it under 30 seconds. Ifeoma, listen here. You need to judge it on creativity, technique, and fashionable. Is it fashionable? Is it something you would wear?
And don't ask me to move my hand, okay? It's a part of the...
Move your hand. Can you move your hand? Move your hand.
I'm the judge here, so
Okay,
allow me
Ifeoma,
to speak.
talk quick because mine's coming undone. Okay.
In terms of creativity, I think yours is more creative. So the way you hold it, you really shows that African vibe.
Yeah.
In terms of
Yay!
tying
I
it.
felt it in my spirit, in my bone, you know? I felt it in me. Ifeoma, thank you so much
you
for
did
sharing
awesome. But
your
both of you
guidance
did
with us,
awesome.
your wisdom, and of course your
Yes.
fashion sense as well. We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
For now, Mzansi, we're going to go on a quick little break, and when we come back, we still have that epic performance by Grateful coming your way. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you after this.
Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Are you ready for this? Let's do it.
A little fun game that we had earlier on, and I think the results were incorrect. Apparently, I won.
How is it?
But of course, it's time for us besties to get into something a little more serious. We're going to talk all things children's right. Now, we do know that up in South Africa, a constitution here to ensure that our children are protected. Every kid has a right to a guardian, parent, protection, food, water, those simple basic rights, right? But
Yeah.
the biggest of them all being the right to education. Every child in South Africa has a right to quality education.
Absolutely. And we are still joined here by Ifeoma. And Ifeoma, you brought someone special with today.
Yes, that's my son.
It's your son! So I think this is a perfect question to ask you, not only as a fashion designer, businesswoman, but as a mom as well, you know?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so important for us to make sure that young people know and are aware of their children's rights?
It's very important for we to guide through the children to know their rights, to know the wrongs and the right things to do.
Yeah.
Because children are blessings from God, and they are like a seed that you sow on the soil.
Yes.
So when they grow up to be bananas. You get bananas, a big fruit, bananas, apples, and all those beautiful things coming out from them all.
Absolutely.
So if they are not properly guided, so you don't get those beautiful things out of their life. So in all, education is the foundation. So they need to go to school, they need to be guided,
Always.
they need a lot of guidance in order for them to be great sons and daughters out there.
Absolutely. And I think you're the perfect person to share that wisdom as well. But we are going to, of course, leave it there today, and we're going to leave you with this epic performance right now by the man himself. Grateful, taken to the stage. We appreciate you. Take it away.
Yo, what's going on? I go by the name of Grateful. Thank you, Hectic 99, for having me here. This is my new single featuring Leo the Leo, produced by 031 Chopper. This one's called Forever. Let's go.
Oh, baby, won't you love me forever? You're a key for together, yeah. Oh, baby, won't you love me forever? You're a key for together, yeah. Oh, baby, won't you love me forever? You're a key for together, yeah. Oh, baby, won't you love me forever? You're a key for together, yeah. Yeah, I know you find it hard to make decisions. I'm trying to play my part to see us winning. I always put you first from the beginning. I'm trying to burn the bridges, storm rivers. Yeah, the storm is empty, goose shush with a top off. It's like you only taking captions of your photos. I get the match and spill the tea like it's Joko. I've been pushing limits trying to do this solo. My friends are no Chanel, but they know all the cocoa. Yeah, I swear to God. Yeah, God gon' guide me. And I ain't stressing my position here beside me. Try to get out of my head, keep moving wisely. Try to see the bigger picture, proud of eyepiece.